परिश्रमं वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः विहितिश्चापि व्रता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। 34 लोके लोको येन समीक्षते ध्वनिरसस्पर्शांश्च दुःखं सुखं रूपं गन्धगुणं च जाग्रति तथा स्वप्ने सुषुप्तावपि अज्ञानं हृदयेन्द्रियाद्यविदितं यस्यास्ति नो किञ्चन ज्ञात्वा स्यात्ममहेश्वरं मधुभुजं धीरो न शोचत्यमुम् अभ्यो यः प्रथमं महानुदभवत् सर्वेश्वरात् ब्रह्मणः भूतैः साकमिह प्रविश्य हृदयाकाशं च यस्तिष्ठति यः प्राणोदिति नामकोऽर्थगिलनात् यः सर्वदेवात्मकः सर्वात्मानमनन्तमेति पुरुषः यो ब्रह्म जानाति सः योरन्योर्निहितोऽग्निरात्मनि महायोगैर्भृतो गर्भवत् नाडीभिर्जठरेभ्यहन्यहनियः स्तुत्यो बुधैः कर्मभिः जाग्रद्भिर्हविराश्रयैः स्वहृदये यज्ञेत स ब्रह्म तत् भानोर्जन्मलयो यथो यतैमे देवास्तदत्येति कः यो ब्रह्मादितृणान्तदेहनिहितः नानाघटस्थाभ्रवत् जीवोऽयं निरुपाधिकामलसुखज्ञानस्वरूपं बृहत् यो विद्यातिमिरप्रदूषितदशः नानेह पश्यत्यपि ब्रह्मण्येष समृत्युमञ्चति पुनः मृत्योर्जन्म च आचार्यागमसंस्कृतेन मनसैवाप्तव्यमेतद्बृहत् द्वैतं नास्त्यपि किञ्चिदत्र हि ततः भेदं न पश्येन्मनाक् देहान्तर्हृदयाब्जगेन मनसा योऽङ्गुष्ठमात्रः पुमान् आस्ते सर्वमहेश्वरस्तमुकम् ब्रह्मैत्यविज्ञो भयः। So we have to read verse 39. निर्धूमाग्निरिवामलोद्युतिमयः निर्धूमाग्निरिवानलोद्युतिमयः निर्धूमाग्निरिवानलोद्युतिमयः अंगुष्ठप्रमाणः पुमान् अंगुष्ठप्रमाणः पुमान् अंगुष्ठप्रमाणः पुमान् ईशानोऽस्य च भूतभव्यभवितुः ईशानोऽस्य च भूतभव्यभवितुः ईशानोऽस्य च भूतभव्यभवितुः कालत्रयव्यापकः कालत्रयव्यापकः
कालत्रयव्यापकः
सब्रह्मैव शरीरभेदमनुयः सब्रह्मैव शरीरभेदमनुयः सब्रह्मैव शरीरभेदमनुयः नानात्मनः पश्यति नानात्मनः पश्यति नानात्मनः पश्यति भ्रश्यत्येष यथोदकं गिरिशिरे भ्रश्यत्येष यथोदकं गिरिशिरे
भ्रश्यत्येष यथोदकं गिरिशिरे
वृष्टं ततोऽधः पतत् वृष्टं ततोऽधः पतत् वृष्टं ततोऽधः पतत्. So this fourth valli of Kathopanishad has 15 mantras totally. So this verse which we just now read, the 39th verse, summarizes the content of the 13th and the 14th mantra. 13th and the 14th mantra. The 13th mantra goes like अंगुष्ठमात्रः पुरुषः ज्योतिरिव अधूमकः ईशानो भूतभव्यस्य स एवाद्य सविश्वः. So this is how the mantra goes. अंगुष्ठमात्रः पुरुषः ज्योतिरिव अधूमकः ईशानो भूतभव्यस्य स एवाद्य सविश्वः. So here you can see Jyotiriva Adhumakaha is the aspect that has been taken at the beginning of the verse. Nirdhumagnidivamalodhyutimayaha. Nirdhumagnidiva amalaha dyutimayaha angushthamatraha puman. So the puman here refers to the entity that forms the locus for the notion of I. Aham pratyaya vishayah. Puman. Saha kidrishaha ishanaha. Kasya ishanaha. Ishanaha means controller. Ishanaha means controller. In fact, the entire Kenopanishad commences with the discussion. Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha kena pranah prathamah praitiyuktah keneshitam vachamimam vadanti chakshushrotram kaudevo yanati. So that puman, so the answer is kaha. Kaha means puman. That puman kidrishaha. So he states it as bhutabhavyasya ishanaha. Bhutabhavyasya. In fact, here Ramarāya says bhutabhavya bhavituhu. So here he adds the third bhutabhavyasya ishanaha. Bhutabhavya bhavituhu ishanaha. That's what he is saying. Which means this Atman obviously upadhibhihi asamsprishtaha. So whatever entity that we are referring to, that is bhutabhavya ishanaha. And he also says kalatrayavyapakaha. one who pervades. So Kalatraya Vyapakaha. So this has to be obviously there as a precondition for you to be Ishana of Bhuta Bhavya. Right? If you are not there for all the time, then how can you be the controller for all? Bhuta and Bhavya. Right? So Kalatraya Vyapakaha, essentially it means Nitya. So Nitya and Sarva Shakti Mat. So these are the two aspects which are stated here. Then he says, Sabrahmaiva Sharira Bhedamanuyah Nanatmanah Pashyati. So this Puman is the same as the Brahman which is stated in the Upanishads. The Brahman which is being described in the Upanishads, so is same as this Puman. This Puman is none other than that. Okay, Sabrahmaiva. So you have to understand this Puman to be none other than Brahman. Sabrahmaiva Sharira Bhedamanuyah Nanatmanah Pashyati. So the one who is seeing this Sharira Bhedamanu, so taking it to be so this Nana Drishti, earlier in the previous mantra we saw Manasi Vedamaptavyam Nehanana Asti Kinchana Mrityos Samrityum Apnoti Yaiha Naneva Pashyati. So he is saying this Nana Drishti man Bhrashyatyesha, he perishes. Bhrashyatyesha Katham Bhashyati means he gives a Drishtanta here. Drishtanta is Yathodakam Girishire Vrishtam Tatodhaf Patat. So this is like a drop of water falling from great height, splashing on the top of a boulder. Okay, so it will just splash, right? Nashyati means we don't even know the existence of that water droplet. Bhrashyatyesha girishire vrishtam. Girishire vrishtam. So falling on the top of the mountain. Tatodhaf patat. Somehow, I mean, it will completely disappear. Maybe let us somewhere it will get to. Okay, so this is the simple meaning of the verse that we see. So here, Ramarāya takes us through the commentary with a Upodghata. The Upodghata here in the commentary is Purusham Vishimshan. You see the Vyakhyana. Purusham Vishimshan. Right? Vishimshan. Okay. Purusham Vishimshan Jiva Brahma Bhedam Anudya. See, so Jiva Brahma Bhedam Anudya Atma Bheda Darishinaha Bhramsham Sadrishtantamaha Nirdhumeti. So this Anudya means so that which is known you are just recollecting. This is what is Anudanam. Okay. So here he is saying Jiva Brahma Bhedam Anudya means so having recollected. Why is he saying this? Because he is saying this Puman. Even when you want to say Tattvamasi, what you want to convey is the unity. But then how can you say two things mean? If there is no perception of duality, then this may be not even required, but it is there. So what is there has to be first of all highlighted, and then you may have to teach the perception of unity among diversity. Okay, so that is what it is. Purusham Vishimshan Jiva Brahma Bhedam Anudya. Here you see Puman Sabrahmaiva. Jiva Brahma Bhedam Anudya Atma Bheda Darishinaha. Those who have this Bheda Drishti, Atma Bheda Darishinaha Bhramsham. So he perishes. Okay? The perishability of him is explained through a Drishtanta. This is what he says as an avatarika for this mantra. How do we understand this word Vishimshan? Vishimshan means so this is Shatru Pratyaya. Okay? Shatru Pratyayanta Shabda. Shatru Pratyayanta Shabda, there is a dhatu. Okay? Shish. Shishin is a dhatu. So from that has a very special form, not very, very easy and not very common also. Rudhadigana. Shinashti, Shimshta, Shimshanti. This is how it goes. Okay? Shinashti, Vishinashti is a common usage you will see. Okay? Here this is Shatru Pratyayanta, he is dropping. Shinashti, Shimshtaha, Shimshanti, Shinakshi, Shimshtaha, Shimshta. So this is basically Visheshane. Okay, that is how we have to understand. So this is basically distinguishing, okay, characterizing. That is what it means. Okay, Vishimshan. So Visheshataha Shimshan Vishimshan. So this is how we have to understand. So ye Purusham Vishimshan. First highlighting the Puman. So he is just giving this. Now let us move on to the next paragraph in the commentary. Nirdhumagnirimalaha Dhyutimayaha Jnanatmana. In what aspect do you describe him as Agni? That Agni is also described as Nirdhumagni. So it is essentially the Jwala. So we always refer to Jnana as Prakasha. Right? So Prakasha is not necessarily associated with smoke. So Nirdhumagniriva Amalaha Dhyutimayaha. This Amalatvam. See, even when we want to use this fire, so recently I was seeing many places in Varanasi. So they will, so in order to beat the cold, so they will light something. So at various corners, people light some fire and then sit around it. This is what happens. There, this Agni, if it is Sadhuma, then there will be a problem. So this Nirdhumagni is something which is preferred by people, but it need not necessarily be available. So initially it will be Sadhuma and then it will become Nirdhuma over a period of time. So similarly, this Atma, because of Purvajanma Samskara, will be Samala. With the Adhyayana of Vedanta, so it will slowly evolve and it will be understood as Nirmala. Okay, so that Nirmala Swarupam Atmanaha, that is only Prakasha Swarupa. So that's why he is just describing Nirdhumagnirimalaha Dhyutimayaha. See, fire may be there if it is completely crowded with smoke. Even in gas, sometimes the burner has some impurity, all the vessels will become black at the bottom. So I have seen, this is my experience. So if you clean the burner and then put it, so then everything will be all right. You understand? Similarly, so this Atma Swarupa which is there, which is essentially recognized by us as a source of problem, will become a source of joy. Once it is understood, it has to be made nirmala, that is the only thing. Nirdhumag nirivamalaha dyutimayaha. And then only you will be able to shed light to others. Otherwise, you will be emanating smoke, the source of problem for others. So this is to be understood. Nirdhumag nirivamalaha dyutimayaha katham. That is why he is saying jnanatmana. So it has to be understood as this jnana swarupam. And then this angushtamatratvam is the point. So what we have to understand is, when Rāmarāya said visimshan, what does he mean? This puman is always recognized. It is by nature. You are understanding the puman to be here, and therefore it is angushtamatra pramanaha. So this angushtamatra mantra begins with angushtamatra purushaha. Angushtamatra purushaha yaha bhasate, angushtamatra yaha bhasate, saha jyotiriva adhumataha. So you have to drop this aspect of angushtamatratvam. This angushtamatratvam is stated just for the purpose of recognizing this entity here, as we understand. Angushtamatra parimanamiti hridayabje avasthitaha ityetat. Now he says asya bhutabhavya bhavituhu bhutancha bhavyancha bhavitru bhavishyatcha tasya. How do you understand this word bhavyam? No. See, bhutancha, bhavyancha, then he says bhavitru. So this bhavitru is expressed as bhavishyatcha, he is saying. So there in the Upanishad, you will find Ishano Bhuta Bhavyasya. This word Bhavya is a very interesting word. It has various meanings. So you can understand it as Bhavatiti Bhavyam. Okay, so there is a Yat Pratyaya which you can add to that. So Bhavyam, sometimes one can understand it as future thing, and in some sense you can understand it as present. Here he has used in the sense of present. Okay, Bhuta Bhavyasya is what is stated in the mantra. So here Ramarāya has added, see, Bhuta Bhavya Bhavituhu is what we find in this verse. So here Bhavya is to be understood as something which is present. Bhavituhu is something which is going to appear later. So that which was past, so that which is present, and that is likely to come over in future. Ishanaha bhuta bhavya bhavituhu. In fact, the word bhavya you would have used in other senses. So something which is really beautiful, something which is pleasant, that also is called bhavya. Okay. So that Sangeeta, how was it? Bhavyama means, so it is something which was very, very pleasant, pleasing. So you use that bhavya in the sense of something which is very pleasant also. Okay. Something which is shrestha. See, shresthatvam, prasannatvam. See, these are other meanings which we have for the word bhavya. It is used in that sense. Okay. Shubhakaratvam. So there are various connotations to the word bhavya. It has been used. In fact, let me give you one interesting example from Ramayana. This word bhavya. So just repeat the verse. Tvam me natho hyanathasya. Tvam me natho hyanathasya. Tvam me natho hyanathasya. Bhava bhavyena cetasa. Bhava bhavyena cetasa. Bhava bhavyena cetasa. Piteva putram dharmatman. Piteva putram dharmatman. Piteva putram dharmatman. Piteva putram dharmatman. Tratumar kilbishat. Tratumar kilbishat. Tratumar kilbishat. Tratumar kilbishat. Tvam me natho hyanathasya. Bhava bhavyena cetasa. That is the usage. Bhavyena cetasa bhava. Bhavyena means prasannena cetasa. So this bhavya is a word which has various connotations. Tvam me natho hyanathasya. Bhava bhavyena cetasa. See, prasannena cetasa. So may you be the refuge to me. So then he further says, Piteva putram dharmatman tratumarhasi kilvishat. Okay. So Piteva putram dharmatman. This is a very interesting usage. Piteva putram dharmatman tratumarhasi kilvishat. So kilvishat, papat. Pita eva putram. So as the father always try to prevent the boy from committing something. Okay. Piteva putram dharmatman tratumarhasi kilbishat. Anyway, the bhavya has different connotations. That's what I wanted to say. So here, bhutam bhavyam cha bhavit bhavishyat cha tasya asya jagataha ishanaha. Kalatraya vyapakaha saha puman jivaha brahmaiva. So leaving out the upadhi, this jiva as a chit swarupa, it is not different from Brahman. Brahmaiva. Then he says, Evam sthite. Evam sthite means this being the reality. This is how we have to understand. Evam sthite means this being the fact. Yaha sharira bhedam anu anusritya. So sharira bhedam anu. Looking at the difference in the sharira. Sharira bhedam anu. Okay. So following the bheda in the sharira. Sharira bhedamanu atmanaha anusritya atmanaha nana anekan pashyati. So the one who sees multiplicity, Brahma bhinnatvena jivasya ekatvena bhavyatvad aneka jiva darshanam viruddhamiti bhavaha. So, aneka jiva darshanam viruddham. Okay. So, this nana drishti is strongly condemned in various verses. Saha yeshaha, that person, bhrashyati. Bhrashyati. So, samsarameva prapnoti. Girishire parvata shirasi vrishtam udakam tataha tasmat adhah patat. This is very simple. Okay. So, girishire means parvata shirasi, vrishtam udakam, that which has fallen down, Tataha tasmad adhah patat sat yatha brashyati tadvaditi. Therefore, what is the message? Tasmad deha bhedaha, tasmad deha bhedayeva na atma bhedaha. Okay? So, deha bhedaha eva na tu atmano bhedaha. Okay? So, this is what he is saying. Let me quickly take you through the Bhagavad Pada's commentary. There are one or two interesting aspects here. So you take the commentary of verse 13. He says, Kincha. Kincha means moreover. Angushthamatrah purushaha jyotiriva adhumakaha. Adhumakamiti yuktam jyotif paratvat. Yastvevam lakshitaha yogibhihi hridaye. So what we have to understand is, yogibhihi hridaye. He is just giving you so how to approach this. So how do we understand this unity among these diverse things that we are seeing? Therefore he is saying yogibhihi hridaye. So it is only in your own mind you will be able to see that dropping out something, you take something else. Okay? Yastvevam lakshitaha yogibhihi hridaye. Yastvevam lakshitaha. Lakshitaha means angushthamatratvena. The one who has been stated to you for you to understand as angushtamatra. Yogibhihi hridaye ishanaha bhutabhavyasya sayeva nityaha kutasthaha adya idanim pranishu vartamanaha. Okay. So bhutabhavyasya he is explaining sayeva nityaha kutasthaha idanim pranishu vartamanaha sau shvopi vartishyate. Okay. So he will be there forever, even tomorrow. Okay. Nanya tatsamaha anyascha janishyate ityarthaha. The last sentence is important here. That is why I wanted to highlight this bhashya. Here he says anena. Anena means through this phrase ishano bhutabhavyasya nayamastiti chaike ityayam pakshaha. Understand? So there was a question which was posed by Nachiketa. Asti tyeke nayamasti iti chaike. So Acharya brings that. So the question that was posed was Eyam prete vichikitsa manushye asti tyeke nayamasti iti chaike. This nayamasti iti chaike means that there is nothing which remains after the body perishes. So that aspect, anena nayamasti chaike ityayam pakshaha nyayataha praptopi shrutya pratyuktaha. Shrutya pratyuktaha. So by logic, so this paksha does not stand. Even then, Shruti, so through its own words, refutes it. That is what he is saying. Svavachanena shrutya pratyuktaha tatha kshanabhangavadascha. Okay. So both these schools, see, this have been discarded. Okay. So kshanabhangavadascha means one is this Charvaka mata, the other is this Bauddha mata. Okay. So both of them have been discarded. So that is what he means. Okay. Then in the next verse, Yathodakam durge vrishtam parvateshu vidhavati evam dharman prathak pashyam sthanevanu vidhavati. So here there is nothing so which is special here. So we can even just leave this. Okay. Now we move on to the next verse. Shuddhe shuddhajalam jale vinihitam. Shuddhe shuddhajalam jale vinihitam. Shuddhe shuddhajalam jale vinihitam. शुद्धं यथा जायते शुद्धं यथा जायते शुद्धं यथा जायते ब्रह्मात्मैक्यविदेवमेव भवति ब्रह्मात्मैक्यविदेवमेव भवति ब्रह्मात्मैक्यविदेवमेव भवति ब्रह्मेति निस्संशयम् ब्रह्मेति निस्संशयम् ब्रह्मेति निस्संशयम् एतस्यास्ति परात्मनः किल पुरम् एतस्यास्ति परात्मनः किल पुरम्
एतस्यास्ति परात्मनः किल पुरम्
ह्येकादशद्वारकम् ह्येकादशद्वारकम्
ह्येकादशद्वारकम्
नित्यज्ञानसुखात्मनो नित्यज्ञानसुखात्मनो मुमनघः नित्यज्ञानसुखात्मनो मुमनघः नित्यज्ञानसुखात्मनो मुमनघः ध्यात्वा भयोमुच्यते ध्यात्वा भयोमुच्यते ध्यात्वा भयोमुच्यते. This verse number 40 can be taken to be paraphrasing the last mantra of the fourth Valli and the first mantra of the fifth Valli, because Rāmarāya does not make that kind of a separation here. So the first half is the summary of the 15th mantra, which is the last mantra of the fourth Valli. Okay. So it goes as Yathodakam Shuddhe Shuddham Asiktam Tadrigeva Bhavati Evam Munir Vijanataha Atma Bhavati Gautama. This is how the mantra goes. Yathodakam Shuddhe Shuddham Asiktam Tadrigeva Bhavati Evam Munir Vijanataha Atma Bhavati Gautama. So this verse is very simple now. So he says, Shuddhe Shuddham Asiktam Yatha Udakam Shuddhe Shuddham Asiktam. This is what we find in the mantra. Yathodakam Shuddhe Shuddham. So Rāmarāya says, Shuddhe Shuddhajalam Jale Vinihitam. So you have to take that Shuddhe as an adjective to that Jale. Okay. Shuddhe Jale Vinihitam Shuddham Jalam. Okay. So Shuddham. See, what he is trying to say is, you have a cup of clean water. So another cup of clean water getting into that. So it doesn't make any difference to this water. Both become one and the same. It is indistinguishable. So you have some clean water. So if you want to pour tea water into that, so then the tea water will become the agent which pollutes the other water. Shuddham jalam ashuddhena jalena mishritam. Whatever ashuddhi you want to think of. This Shuddham Jalam Shuddhena Asiktam. This is a very important phrase. That Shuddhe Asiktam. So you are trying to say that one goes and merges with the other. right? So this is put into the other. So you have one large Shuddham Jalam. Shuddhe Asikta. See, this is very simple. Rainwater, let us assume it is a very pure water. Assume that atmospheric pollution, etc., are not there. Okay? So it may carry something, but let us ignore that. So if you have a huge lake, and whatever that water falls into that lake, so it is already Shuddham. So Shuddhe Asiktam Shuddham. Okay. On the other hand, so there are certain waters which are there, these drainage waters, so they will go and accumulate somewhere. So Shuddham Jalam Ashuddhe Patitam. Okay, Ashuddham Bhavati. Ashuddham Jalam Shuddhe Patitam. The point I wanted to convey is this Atman, okay, so merges with Brahman. So this is what he wants to convey here. Okay. This ceases to be Shuddham Jalam. Then it goes and merges with that Shuddham Jalam. It becomes one with Brahman. So this is what he is trying to convey here. You see, Brahmahatmai Videvameva Bhavati Brahmeti Nissamshayam. The point here is, you have to first make yourself a Shuddham Jalam. Okay, so this has to become a Shuddham Jalam. In fact, there is a interesting verse, no? In the Narayaniyam, while teaching, there is one interesting phrase. Verse begins like this. Swachhasyam pavanoham madhura budakavat. This is a prarthana. Okay. From various things I have to learn various things, even bhutas. So there he says, Swachhasyam pavanoham madhura budakavat. I repeat, good one. Swachhasyam pavanoham madhura budakavat. Swachhasyam pavanoham madhura budakavat. Vanhivan masmagrinham. Vanhivan masmagrinham. Vanhivan masmagrinham. Sarvanninopi dosham. Sarvanninopi dosham. Sarvanninopi dosham. Tarushu tamivamam. Tarushu tamivamam. Tarushu tamivamam. Sarvabhuteshvaveyam. 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 This is good enough now. Half verse. So, Swachhasyam pavanoham, he says. See? So, when the water is Swachha, then it will be able to purify anything that comes in contact. It is like this. Suppose you want to clean your vastra. So if you put it in Swachha Jala, so the mala here may go into the water. Understand? You can even purify the impure thing which comes into contact with this. But if it is already polluted, then anything that comes in contact, it will pollute. Right? So similarly, this Atma is praying. Swachhasyam pavanoham madhura udakavat. Aham madhura udakavat swachhasyam. May I be like a pure water. pure, clean water which has the capacity to cleanse other things. Okay. So now here he is saying Shuddhe Shuddha Jalam. So if you are a Shuddha Jalam, then it just merges with the Shuddha Jalam. So that Atman. So here is described as Shuddhe, that Brahman. You want to say that this and that are same, right? So this is Bhedam Anuddiva Vaktavya. Okay. So if you become Shuddha, then you merge with that Shuddha and there is no Bheda anymore. Okay. Shuddhe Shuddha Jalam Jale Vinihitam Shuddham Tatha Yatha Jayate. They become one and the same. Shuddham Yatha Jayate Brahma Atmaikya Videvameva. So the example here is Brahma Shuddha Jalam. Brahmatmaikya Vitu. The one who has transcended this Dvaita Bhavana. So he is Brahmatmaikya Vitu. Yevameva Bhavati. He becomes one with that Brahman. Nissamshayam. There is absolutely no doubt about it. So we will leave it here and I will take you through this commentary here. The later half we can take in the next class. So there is a very interesting commentary here presented by Bhagavad Pada. So this verse is Yathodakam, Shuddhe Shuddham. So here he starts this commentary as Asya Punaha Vidyavataha. The commentary of Mantra 15. Asya Punaha Vidyavataha. That is how the commentary commences. Asya Punaha Vidyavataha Vidhvastopadhikrita Bheda Darshanasya Vishuddha Vijnana Ghanaikarasam Advayam Atmanam Pashyataha Vijanato Munehe Mananashilasya Atmaswarupam Katham Sambhavati Di Uchyate. Very beautiful introduction to the mantra. Asya Punaha Vidyavataha. So Asya Punaha Vidyavataha. This particular person who has gained this Atma Jnana. Okay. Ayam Atma Nityaha. Ayam Atma Chitswarupaha. So the one who has gained this Jnana, he says, Vidhvasta Upadhikrita Bheda Darshanasya. This is an interesting compound. How will you do the Vigraha here? This Vidhvasta, where will it go? Vidhvasta Upadhi. So first you have to
Vidhvasta Darshana.
Vidhvasta should go with the Darshanam. Upadhikrita Bheda Darshanam. So all of us have. See, Upadhikrito Yo Bhedaha. Upadhikrita. See, this Upadhi. So essentially Rāmarāya was saying, right? So this Sharire Eva Bhedaha, Natu Atmani Bhedaha. So here, the Sharira is the Upadhi. So Sharira makes you see differently. So Upadhikrita Bheda Darshanam Vidhvastam Yasya. Understand? So that is how you have to take. First you have to do this compound and then do that. Okay. So Vidhvasta Upadhi means you have to break every Sharira, that is finish every Sharira. That doesn't go. So this Darshana has to be finished. Bheda Darshana has to be finished. Okay. So Vidhvasta Upadhikrita Bheda Darshanasya. Then Vishuddha Vijnana Ghanaikarasam. What is the nature of Atman? Vishuddha Vijnanaika Nirmala Swarupa. Vishuddha Vijnanaika Vishuddha Vijnana Ghanaika Rasam. Vijnana Ghana. There are Upanishads which says Vijnana Ghana Eva. Huh? Ghana means something which is dense. Okay? Ghana, Ghani Bhutam. In fact, in mathematical texts, Ghana means cube. Ghana means something which is highly condensed in form. Okay? None other than that. I mean, it is in that sense it is used. So, you can understand it to be that, but strictly the word means something which is Ghani Bhutam, very dense. Vishuddha Vijnana Ghanikarasam Advayam Atmanam Pashyataha Vijanato Munehi Mananashilasya. So here he is also hinting, how is this possible? How is this possible? So this is possible through manana. Understand? Munehe mananashilasya. Who will be able to see? Okay. So the one who is doing this kind of manana, he may be able to see. See, yad bhavaha tad bhavati. So this is something which we have to very clearly understand. Yad bhavaha tad bhavati. So if this is the anusandhana, then you will see only that. Munehe mananashilasya atmaswarupam katham sambhavatiti. For him, so what will be the nature of Atman? Uchyate. So there he says, yatha udakam shuddhe prasanne shuddham prasanna. So here he is prasanna. Yatha udakam shuddhe prasanne shuddham prasannam asiktam prakshiptam ekarasameva. Ekarasameva means it becomes no more distinguishable further. Okay? Ekarasameva nanyatha tadrigeva bhavati Atmapyevameva bhavati ekatvam vijanataha munehe mananashilasya. So for this person, so he becomes a mukta and no more janma for him. He merges with that Chaitanya Swarupa. So that is the idea here conveyed. The last sentence is really a punching sentence. So here he says, Tasmat, therefore, what is the message? The overall message Bhagavad Pada beautifully conveys through this. He says, Kutar kika bheda drishtim nastika kudrishtincha ujjitva. What is to be done by you? Kutar kika bheda drishtim nastika kudrishtincha ujjitva. Matripitra sahasrebhyopi hitaishina vedena upadishtam atmaikat Padarishanam Shantadarpaihi Adaraniyam Ityartha. It's a very powerful sentence. He says, so for this to dawn upon you, even for the possibility of this to be occurring in your mind, first and foremost thing is Shantadarpaihi Adaraniyam. Understand? Shantadarpaihi. So this darpa is this ahankara. So as long as this ahankara is there, okay, then any amount of upadesha here may not even enter into your mind. Okay, therefore, first and foremost thing is Shanta darpaihi adarani. That there is a possibility of a higher truth which has been expounded in these texts is the most important thing for you to even appreciate what is being talked about here. Therefore, Shanta Darpaihi. That is why it's a very interesting prayer made by Bhagavad Pada. Avinayam apanaya Vishnu Damaya manaha shamaya vishaya mrigatrishnam bhutadayam vistaraya Taraya samsara sagarataha. The first prarthana in the Shatpadi Stotra. So, avinayam apanaya. So, here, Shanta darpaihi adaraniyam. That is why even in the Upanishad, we have Shraddhatsva Somya, to be repeatedly stated. So, Shraddhatsva Somya means, so may you first give the benefit of doubt that there is something which is there, which is very profound for me to understand and appreciate. So, Shanta Darpaihi Adaraniyam. Further, he qualifies, he says, Matrapitra Sahasrebhyopi Hitaishina Vedena. How is he describing? This Veda is compared to thousands of parents. Matrapitra Sahasrebhyopi Hitaishina. So it is primarily meant for you to cross over the samsara, as parents would always want their children to get rid of the trouble. So to the Shruti, Matrapitra Sahasrebhyopi Hitaishina Vedena Upadishtam. What is Upadishtam? Atmaikatva Darshanam. Atmaikatva Darshanam. So this is something which is extremely important for us to develop, this brotherhood, friendliness, fraternity, whatever you say. For the mundane level I am saying. Yathayam atma tatha saha. So then how will you cheat? How will you lie? You don't want to be cheated. So this is a fundamental thing. So there are other things beyond this. So it is Anubhavika Vedāntamuktāvalī. So here, Matrapitra Sahasrebhyopi Hitaishina Vedena Upadishtam Atmaikatva Darshanam Shantadarpaihi Adaraniyam Ityarthaha. So for you to get anywhere near this, so what is important? He says, Ujjitva. You have to drop something. Set it aside. What has to be set aside? Kutarkika bheda drishtim nastika kudrishtim. It's a very beautiful usage. Okay? Kutarkika bheda drishti and nastika kudrishti. Okay? So the argument that are being presented by Nastika is something which does not hold water, and therefore he is calling it as Kudrishti. This Kudrishti can be explained in various ways. But anyway, so this Kudrishti is, so Nastikasya ya Kudrishtihi vartate tat ujjitva is the first thing that you may have to drop. Okay? There is nothing which is there. Then there will be only anarchy. Okay? So, Nastika Kudrishti. The other aspect is Kutarkika Bheda Drishti. Okay? This Bheda Drishti is something which is being held high by various people. Okay? That doesn't really help you in elevating yourself. So, therefore, he is describing it as Kutarkika. So, Kutarkika means, so the one who makes use of Kutsita Tarka. Kutsitam means Ninditam. Okay? The argument can go in any which way you want. So, here Kutarkika Bheda Drishtim Nastika Kudrishtinche Ujjitva. Okay, so maybe I'll just leave this here. So there are some more interesting things which has to be understood in this context. Perhaps in the next class we will do that. Om Sahana Vavatu सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सर्वेऽपि सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ